Well, hello there, and welcome back to another episode from our Not an SMP server. I'm EarthTwister, and I am so excited that you guys are here. Check me out. Check this out. I am so thankful for Obliterator for designing this awesome elf skin for us. It is so sick. Thank you so much, Obliterator. If you clicked on this video, it's probably because you saw that I am planning on turning a fish into netherite armor. And you're probably wondering how that's possible. Well, stick around to the end of the video and you'll find out. But the first step we're going to need to do is get some fish. And this fishing dock, not going to cut it. It's just not going to cut it. So I think that we get a new design and build us a nice little fishing dock out here, and hopefully we'll get some fish, and I wouldn't mind a few treasures as well. So I have this path that comes around the back of our house here, and I really want to blend it into the sand and carry it all the way down to the dock over here. So it's a pretty simple path that leads up to our dock over there, which will be existent soon. And it's path block and spruce slabs, which I think always go really well together, and it brings out a nice, it's like a rustic type feel, I think. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some spruce fences or fences of some sort, maybe mangrove or something like that, and we'll put them along the way here with a few light sources like lanterns and torches and maybe some glow berries or something like that. Now that we have the path in place, it's time to get to work on the dock. And I've already got a little bit of it lined out. I have our spruce beams going down into the water, giving us a view of how far it's going to go. And then I have some stairs here, kind of giving another set of support off the land here as we go out into the water. Now, the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to start by building out with our spruce slabs. And so far, I think that looks pretty good. I think what would help is maybe a little bit of texturing. So if we were to remove a few blocks here and there and replace them with either oak slabs or spruce trapdoors or even oak trapdoors, it might look a little bit better. And there it is. I think that looks pretty good. Now, there's just a few other things that I want to do to this. I want to extend our beams up a little bit more and create a bit of a roof that has some point to it. Let's kick that off in a time lapse and get going. The roof for our dock is completely finished, and I've spent a little bit of time fishing, got ourselves some cod and salmon. That should help us out a lot in our next step. Considering I'm going to be turning fish into netherite, I needed fish to begin with. Now the next step in our plan is to catch ourselves a couple of cats. Yeah, here you go. Come on, I got you a fish. Oh, perfect. We got one cat. Let's try for another. Come here, kitty. Oh, perfect. Didn't take long to get our two cats. It's time to head back and start working on phase 3 of our mission to turn fish into netherite. Well, if you can't tell by the meowing behind me, we have got ourselves a family of cats now. And we have a special name for one of them. It's going to be kind of a play off of Spuddy. So we got ourselves a Dusty. I think it works really well. The coloring of the cat is perfect. And now we'll be able to treat him to a fish every now and then, much like Tater treats Spuddy over there to a piece of rotten flesh. Now we have a friend for us to live with, and you know, when it gets all lonely on the server, I'll be able to spend some time with someone. Now, speaking of lonely on the server, if y'all watched my last episode, you will have seen that I built up this giant skeleton with a skeleton farm underneath. Well, right before I started recording this episode, Tater decided to come by and let me show you what happened.
I'm walking up to your the backside of this white contraption here. What's going on here? This is very different than what I remember. Is that a skeleton?
It is a skeleton.
Dude, that is awesome. Yeah. Oh man, that looks so cool.
Thank you.
And I love the spider webs too. That like fits it perfectly.
Yeah, I thought so. I had to go see, I had to steal all the spider webs from the mine shaft down there, but it works.
No, that's fine. That's perfectly good.
I think the head needs a little bit more, but you know, I ran out.
No, I think it looks really good. I think it looks so good, especially the texturizing. I see there's calcite, there's bone blocks, there's white wool. Are those the 3 primarily?
There's quartz too.
Yeah. Quartz too? Man, that looks so good. Oh, this looks... Whoa, this looks way different.
Yes, sir.
And we've got... What's this guy?
He didn't have anything. I haven't saved anything on him yet, so been waiting to
very interesting.
figure out what we need over here. But
sure,
he'll be down here. This is his new permanent home.
Oh, this place looks fantastic. Here, watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Ready? Here, hold on. Ready?
Stick into the ceilings. A little bit better if you use these.
Which one? Oh, yeah. There's a giant one there. Here, don't mind me, sir. I'm just hanging around.
Yep.
So dumb. Anyway,
yep.
This place looks fantastic, man.
Thanks. And I've got some enchanted armor and stuff like that that's come off the skeletons on armor stands.
Sure.
And right now, this chest over here has a few bows. And there's an enchanted one that looks pretty nice in there, too.
Ooh, that does look nice.
Now, I did want to get your opinion on the drop here. It looks kind of messy to me with the water coming out the way that it does. And this was right here, the drop down into this only messed up because an Enderman griefed the... there's a cave area up there. Enderman pulled a block out, and so then it jacked everything up. Oh, jeez. But that's how we got this guy. He was a zombie, and I saved him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, what you might be able to do for this stuff... Okay, so for the drop itself, this is a drop, right?
Mm-hmm. So I could just...
So what I like to do, or what I started to... Where'd you go? There you go. What I started to do kind of recently is you can put like a sign on that bottom part of the opening, like, up there. Oh, geez, I did not mean to do that. Anyway, a sign on that bottom block, and then water above it, and this far of a drop is like nothing. Okay. So that way you can get rid of all of the water that you're dropping into, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Because then you'll just drop straight on the ground, and it'll be fine.
Okay.
So then it's just the thing going up. And for that, you can do just some things I've done in the past. I've done iron bars on each of the sides. You can still walk in just fine. Or even glass panes, and you'll barely be able to see it. It'll be almost invisible because it's just one line of glass. It basically looks like a single iron bar. Okay. Well, I gotta get to swinging at some skeletons over here. But this looks fantastic, dude. Like this looks so good. I couldn't do anything like this. I love it. I love it.
Appreciate it.
All right. Well, cool. Great work. And yeah, thanks a lot for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. I know it's gonna be a big help for all of us.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, I will see you
cool.
later. I'm gonna grab some iron bars.
Yeah.
Or glass panes. And well, that's exactly what we did. I followed Tater's advice, and we put some of our glass panes here, which I think looks absolutely fantastic. Makes it look pretty much invisible. And of course, we put the sign up there with some water to break our fall as we come down, and we don't get hurt, which absolutely fantastic. And it looks so much better now. Now the other thing is, well, somebody fixed our farm a little bit better. They expanded the surface area here so we can get more skeletons in there. They improved our item gathering, and of course they also created more storage down here as well, so we have a lot of bones and arrows. As you can tell, we've all been spending a ton of time down here. Now aren't you a good cat, Dusty? Oh, so good, so good. Well, if you're curious to know what's going on with the cats, it's helpful to know that my favorite method of ancient debris mining in the Nether is making TNT. And if you know how to craft TNT, that's gunpowder and sand. And where do you get gunpowder from? Creepers. And what do creepers hate? Cats. Creepers hate cats. So we're going to make ourselves a creeper farm using 2 of the cats, and if we decide to, we will expand the farm in the future. Now, the best place for a creeper farm tends to be out in the ocean. And the reason for that is because it's not as much spawning out there, and so it makes creeper spawn rates a little bit better. So we're going to jump in our little boat here and go for a bit of an adventure. Now, I don't want it to be too far away because I do want the creeper farm to still be active, at least pretty close to while we're around our base. I will build an AFK point just in case I need to do that, but I think right about here might be a decent spot. When I was fishing, I got a lily pad, so this will be absolutely perfect. We'll place it right there and place our first block right there. That should be good. And pardon me while I go gather the rest of the resources needed for this build. I just wanted to say that I gave a challenge over Twitter and in my Discord for our last video. I said that if we did 30 likes on that video, then I would dig straight down 30 blocks. Well, it didn't get 30 likes. It's 22, I think, 21 or 22. So we didn't make it. We didn't make it, but I want to go ahead and give that challenge here now for this video. If we can get 30 likes on this video, I'll dig straight down 30 blocks, straight down, and then any likes beyond that it gets, I'll add one more block per like. So smash that like button. It really, really helps me out, and you might get to see me die. You know, what could get better than that? But also, if you're new, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be absolutely fantastic. If we get 30 likes and any subscribers from that video, after the 30 likes and I get subscribers, then I will add 5 blocks per each subscriber. Let's get back to the creeper farm. All right, we're back here and we're getting ready to start this farm. The first thing I need to do is I need to get a platform built. I've already built up a distance into the sky, and I have one of my cats in the boat, and I'm not quite sure what happened to the other one. I think it died. Fortunately, we have a backup cat. I think that'll be good. Yeah. All right, we've got our rectangle filled out here with a bit of depth down there. I built that because we're gonna have to dig down a little bit to get our gunpowder to come out one side or the other. I still need to go over on that side and finish that part out, but the next thing we're going to do is fill this in right here and then get building the actual farm. Well, now that we have got our platform filled out completely, it's time to build our creeper farm, and let's go ahead and put that into time lapse because it's pretty standard. It's a pretty standard farm from Lazian. I'll put the link to his tutorial in the description below. I have been AFK overnight just to see how well the farm worked, so let's get down and check it out. See how much gunpowder we have. And any luck? Oh my gosh. That is absolutely fantastic. We have more than half of a large chest. This will be perfect for everything we need. Gunpowder, TNT, firework rockets, anything that we could need. This farm will be perfect. And there we are. Another creeper to come join the party. Fantastic. Now, before we leave the farm and get too carried away with netherite mining, I think we need to do something fun to decorate it. It looks really ugly, and you can see it from my house. And we definitely need to get wings as soon as possible. That is just not gonna have to, that just can't stay. That just can't stay. So I've got a bit of an idea to decorate this farm out, and it's based a little bit off of what we've got. Oh, there's a monocle now. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. Anyways, the farm idea, decoration for that is going to be based a little bit on the skeleton and a lay that are over there, which, by the way, Tim built that pumpkin melon farm using our lays. My lay's over there collecting watermelon, and his is collecting pumpkin. So we go over there from time to time to get stuff for emeralds. But for this farm, I have got a few materials already. I still need to work on gathering a few more. So I'm going to work on gathering those things, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. So part of the necessary materials for our build can actually be found in Tim's house. Now, I've noticed something strange here. This fella. I know he's technically a mule, but he looks like a donkey. He's the wrong color. He's brown, but he looks like a donkey. I think he's a donkey. He looks like a donkey. He acts like a donkey. He's a donkey. So, I would say Tim has joined the donkey side. Anyways, what we need is in here, and it looks like, oh, Tim's got some heads laying around. We'll just kind of sidestep there. Okay, all right, but it looks like here, this is what we need, and he's got a little bit, not too much. You need to work on that. Okay, and since this is the best angle right now for what we've got going on, this is kind of marking out where we're going. We're not going to keep it those solid colors. We might with the red there, but definitely not with that green. We've got a plan. We're going to make 2 giant colored cubes. Isn't that going to be fantastic? 2 giant colored cubes. Now, I'm going to do some work on it, and I will get back with y'all when I have got at least the facades up, and I think this is going to turn out really great. I think y'all are going to love it. Just stay tuned. Oh, and while y'all are at it, while you're here, make sure you hit that like button. It helps me out so much. Like you don't even know. It's just like the best thing just ever that you could do for me. And oh hey, if you're new and you like this, subscribe. It's just beautiful. Subscriptions, they're free. They're free. They're awesome. They're free. And they help me. They help me out a ton. Wow. Would you just look at that? Oh, you can't see it? My bad. Hold on just a second. There we go. Now you should be able to see what I was talking about. You got the TNT and the creeper head, which look pretty good. I like the way they're turning out. There's a few dark spots that I don't particularly care for on the creeper face, but when you zoom out, it's not too bad, and you can actually still tell it's a creeper face. The TNT looks really cool, and I really like how the letters turned out. The only issue here is, well, there's a couple of issues. I don't like how the bone blocks have the dark line where they're connected, and then I don't like how there's not much difference in texture down here on the red to show the different sticks of TNT. But other than that, I think it looks really, really good, and I'm really proud of how this is turning out. It took an incredibly long amount of time to gather all the materials for everything, especially getting the red wool for the TNT. So I'm gonna have to spend quite a bit of time waiting on our allay here to gather up white wool for us and then dye it. Then I'll get back with y'all once I've got this all finished out. Oh my gosh, this this took a really, really long time to do, and it's not because it was an overly complicated build. It's quite simple. It's 2 cubes textured a little bit, but getting all of the materials needed for this was insanely difficult. You might think getting the concrete was the most difficult part of this. You'd be wrong. The most difficult part, well, the most difficult part was this. The sheep, it took a long time to collect the wool needed for it because I had to get red wool, lime wool, and it was just a constant amount of just gathering wool, and it drove me nuts. What we got here is a quick and dirty sheep farm. It uses an allay to gather the wool, and there's a hopper there that does pick up some wool. And so the allay will come over, pick up the wool, and then dump it somewhere near the jukebox. It works quite well. I AFK'd here for a little while and got quite a bit of wool, but it took a lot of AFKing to get everything we needed. Now here's my confession for this episode. I didn't wait until we finished building the TNT and creeper head over there before mining Netherite. If you want to see how I mined and how well it went, you can watch my streams. It's called The Vote Was Netherite. It was a good time. It was a really good time. You can see the VOD on my channel. Speaking of streams, I stream every Wednesday at about 8 or 8:30 Central Time. So check that out. Hang out with me. It's a lot of fun. Now, with that said, we ended up getting 14 Netherite ingots. This is perfect. It's way more, I think, than we needed. So let's get this set up. And we have a smithing table here in the middle of the room. This is going to be absolutely perfect. Take off our armor and get upgrading. So let's see, we got our helmet, which is perfect. Our leggings, which are perfect. Our boots, which are nearly perfect, but we can easily get what we need. And our chest plate, also perfect. There it is, cover me in debris. Fantastic. And then of course we have the Timby Picky and the Silk Touch pickaxe, which I'm interested in naming my armor and my tools. So if you have some names that you guys want to give me, I would gladly take them. So you have a Silk Touch pick and a few other tools to name as well. Now that's as far as we're going to get with upgrading our equipment. I know that we still have several diamond tools, but I need to enchant them a little bit more before we upgrade them, just because it's a little bit easier to use the enchantment table than hunting down books. And that's really zoomed in on my face. There we go. That's much better. So we're going to be working on that off camera, as well as maybe on some streams and stuff like that. But it's been really fun, guys. I've really enjoyed this video. We ended up accomplishing our goal of using a fish to get netherite. That's right, fish to get netherite. And check out this video over here on my chest. Over here, again, a chest. And again, a chest. Over here on my left, you're right. And it's the video, it's the last episode. We built up a seriously cool skeleton farm with a skeleton on top. It was a lot of fun to do, and it was one of the first builds that I ever did that was not absolutely serious. It's a very, very kind of silly build that I really enjoyed putting together. Thanks again for watching, guys, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.